Hello everyone, welcome to the new video lecture of subject Electrical Circuit Analysis. Myself Himanshu Joshi, I am an assistant professor in Sri Labhubhai Trivedi Institute of Engineering and Technology, Rajkot. So today is the last lecture for our chapter number 1, that is the network theorems, and our last topic for this particular chapter is a dual network, or it can be said as a property of duality. So let's study this particular topic. So let's start with the concept of duality or dual network. So basically we can say that duality is one of the important property for network or network equation. So it basically helpful for the analysis of network. So we can say that sometimes a solution of network is little bit complicated, but sometime its dual network, sometime the dual network, the solution for that dual network is simpler. Clear? Sometime we can say that solution of the network is complicated, but the solution for its dual network is simpler. So that's why the duality or dual network is important. So we can say that while analyzing the network for suppose Kirchhoff voltage law, so we can say that the word voltage is substituted for the current in Kirchhoff's current law. So in KVL we are having a deal with voltage, but for the Kirchhoff current law we can replace that word voltage with current. In KVL we are going to deal with independent loop, but in the KCL we are going to deal with node or node pair. So the equation that resulted from application of two Kirchhoff's law are similar in appearance. Clear? So in short we can say that KVL network is the dual of KCL network, or we can say that KCL network is the dual of KVL network. So in short we can say that the dual of voltage is current, or the dual of loop is a node. So this is the repeated similarity is only a part of larger pattern of identical behavior between pattern in the role that will played by voltage and current in the network analysis. So everywhere you can see the similar pattern. Clear? Everywhere you can see the similar pattern for the behavior of voltage and current in network analysis. So this similarity with all implication is termed as the principle of duality. So this is known as the property of duality or dual network. So let's see some of the examples of dual. So let's start with the first one. So we can say that Kirchhoff's current law, KCL, so its dual is KVL. Series circuit, its dual is parallel circuit. Current, its dual is voltage. Thevenin's equivalent network, its dual is Norton's equivalent circuit. Resistance, its dual is conductance. Inductance, its dual is capacitance. You can see all this thing in vice versa also. So you can say that KVL, its dual is KCL, parallel circuit, its dual is series circuit, voltage, its dual is current, Norton's equivalent network, its dual is Thevenin's equivalent network, Conductance, its dual is resistance. Capacitance, its dual is inductance. So, voltage source dual is current source. Current source, its dual is voltage source. Switch is closed. Suppose in a network you can see a switch which is closed, so its dual is open switch. Mesh, its dual is node. Series branch, its dual is parallel branch. Impedance, its dual is admittance. IR drop is replaced by V into G drop. Suppose in an equation you are having a term L di by dt, so its dual is C dV by dt. 1 upon C integration I dt can be replaced by 1 upon L integration V dt. Loop current, its dual is mesh current. Short circuit in a network, its dual is open circuit. Now consider the duality between electricity and magnetism. So, electrical current, its dual is flux. EMF, its dual is MMF. Resistance, its dual is reluctance. Electric field, its dual is magnetic field. Electric flux density, its dual is magnetic flux density. Electric flux, its dual is magnetic flux. Permittivity, its dual is permeability. Electric charge, its dual is magnetic monopole. So, these are the example for the particular quantity and its dual quantity with vice versa. So, in a exam you may ask the MCQ for the dual of each other. So, you have to remember all these notation and its dual network or vice versa format. So, it will be very useful for you for the examination also and for the solution of example for the construction of dual network also. So, let us see the rules for the dual network. So, first rule is the number of loops in a given network should be equal to number of nodes in its dual network. So, you have given a network and suppose in that network there are 3 loops. So, its dual network should have 3 nodes, that is the first rule. Second rule is the impedance of a common branch between 2 loops in a given network should be equal to admittance between 2 nodes of its dual network. So, impedance of any branch should be equal to admittance of any branch in its dual network. Third rule is impedance of given network should be equal to admittance of the dual. So, impedance and admittance are dual of each other. So, impedance of the network should be equal to admittance of its dual network. Fourth and last rule is a voltage source is common between 2 loops, then it should be transferred into current source between 2 nodes. So, the voltage between 2 loops should be equal to current source between 2 nodes for that particular dual network. So, these are the rules that should be satisfied while we are constructing the dual network based on the original network. So, these are the rules that should be satisfied while constructing the dual network. Now, it is time to understand the procedure for the construction of dual network. So, the first step for the construction of dual network is inside each loop place a node and give it a number for all loops for the convenience. Place the extra node as the datum node external to the network, say 0 node or reference node. That means in each loop you have to put a node and give a number. Suppose in loop 1 you are going to put node number 1, in loop 2 you have to put node number 2, in loop 3 you have to put node number 3, and one node you have to put outside the network as an extra node, and that is known as the reference node. So this is the first step for the dual network construction. Second, draw a dashed line between two nodes of original network crossing only one element at a time. So thus draw the dashed line from node to node through element in the original network, and for each element crossing of original network. This step I will explain in the coming the exam. Third step, continue this process until the number of possible paths through single element is exhausted. Fourth step is the network is constructed is the dual network. So let's see one of the examples so that this procedure will be clear to you for the construction of dual network. So the example number 1, construct the dual of the network as shown in figure. So this is the diagram that we have given, and we have to construct its dual network. So in this particular network you can see there is a one voltage source. So we know that voltage source dual is current source. So this voltage source is replaced by current source. Another thing is that over here switch is open. So switch is open, its dual is switch close. And in the network there is a resistance, inductance and capacitance. So its dual is RLC, its dual is GCL, R to G, L to C, C to L. So let show the dual for this particular network. So forget about this dashed line, just focus on the particular network. So in that case you have to put a one node in one loop, second node in second loop, and third node which is extra node which is outside the network. It is known as the reference node. Clear? So from one node you can observe that, suppose in this particular loop you can see that this is the voltage source, this is the switch, this is the resistance and this is the inductance. So these four elements are in loop 1 only. Clear? This voltage source, this particular switch, this resistance and this inductor are in loop 1 only. In the same way this inductor and this resistor are in loop 2 only. Now this capacitor is in between loop 1 and 2. Clear? So this is our basic observation. So now in dual network, this voltage, switch, resistance and inductance, its dual element are at node 1 only. Clear? Suppose this voltage is replaced by current source, this switch which is open is replaced by closed, this resistance is replaced by conductance, this inductor is replaced by capacitor. So that four element at node 1 only, because these four elements are in loop 1. So its dual network must be at node 1. In similar way this inductor and resistor are in loop 2. So in its dual network these two elements are at node 2 only. Now this capacitor is between loop number 1 and 2. So in dual network this element is in between node number 1 and node number 2. Clear? So this is the basic observation for the construction of dual network. So we can say that this current voltage source is replaced by current source. So I can say that at node 1 this current source is connected between node 1 to reference node. Clear? This dotted line shows that this dotted line shows that the dual of voltage is current and it is connected between node 1 to reference node, node 1 to reference node. On this similar way, this switch is now open, so it is closed. This switch which is open in this particular diagram, so it should be closed in its dual network and it is connected between node 1 to reference node, node 1 to reference node. On the same way, this resistance which is only in loop 1, so its conductance is G, which is equal to 1 upon 5. So it should be connected at node 1 to reference node, node 1 to reference node. Now last one, that is the inductor, so its dual is capacitor. So this inductor is in loop 1 only, so in its dual network, that capacitor is connected between node 1 to reference node. So this dotted line shows that where that element is connected. Now let's talk about the node number 2. So this 10 ohm resistance, its dual is 1 by 10 ohm conductance. So this 10 ohm is in loop number 2. So that 1 by 10 ohm conductance is connected between node 2 to reference node, node 2 to reference node. On the similar way, the dual of this inductor is capacitor and that inductor is only in loop 2. So that capacitor is only at node number 2, node number 2. Now the last, this capacitor, so its dual is inductor, its dual is inductor. So this capacitor is connected between loop 1 and 2. So its dual network is connected between node 1 to node 2. So this is the explanation for this particular rule, rule number 2, that says that draw the dashed line between two nodes, draw the dashed line between two nodes. That means this dashed line. So this all dashed line, this 4 dashed line is connected between node 1 to reference node. This dashed line is between node 1 to 2 and this 2 dashed line between node 2 to reference node. So draw a dashed line between two nodes of the original network crossing only one element at a time. So we have drawn a dashed line between two elements at a time and draw the draw the dashed line from node to node through the element in the original network for each element crossing of the original network. And third rule is that continue this process until the number of possible paths through single element is exhausted. So this is the step that we have done. Now after this step we have to draw the dual network. So for that we have to draw the node 1. So this is the node 1, clear? This is the node 1 and this is the node 2 and this is the reference node. Suppose I have drawn 3 nodes that I have already know. Now you can see that at node 1 there are total number of 5 element. The dual of V, dual of this switch, dual of this resistance, dual of this inductor and dual of this capacitor. So out of these 5, 4 elements are at node 1 only. So suppose this voltage source is replaced by current source and it is connected between node 1 to reference node. So you can see that this is the current source which is connected at node 1 to this reference node. Now next is switch open. So in dual network switch is closed and it is connected between node 1 to reference node. So you can see over here that this is the closed switch connected between node 1 to reference. After this is the 1/5 ohm conductance connected between node 1 to reference node. So you can see that 5 mho, both are same. This 5 mho resistance is connected between node 1 to reference node. This 1 Henry inductor is connected between node 1 to reference. So in dual network, the capacitor is connected between node 1 to reference node. So 1 Faraday capacitor is connected between node 1 to reference node. Clear? This all are node 1. Clear? So this is the representation of loop number 1, or we can say that node number 1. Now this capacitor of 1 microfarad is connected between node 1 to 2. So in its dual network, this is connected between node 1 and node 2. So this 1 microhenry inductor is connected between node 1 to node number 2. Now this 2 Henry inductor and 10 ohm resistance are at node number 2. So this 10 mho resistance, dual network, and it 2 Faraday capacitor over here is 2 Henry. So 2 Faraday capacitor are connected at node number 2 to reference, So based on this dashed line, we can construct the dual network by means of this way. So this is the dual network of this particular network. So this is the way to construct the dual network. Now let's see the another example, so that concept will be clear more effectively. So we have to draw the dual network, which is shown in below figure. So in this particular dual network, you can see the voltage source, inductor, capacitor and resistor are there. So voltage source is replaced by current source, RLC. So R will be replaced by G, L replaced by C and C replaced by L. So in this particular network, you can see that there are 3 loops, loop number 1, loop number 2 and loop number 3. So I have to put 3 node number 1 in loop 1, node number 2 in loop 2, node number 3 in loop 3 and one extra node for the reference. So in node number 1, you can see that R1, R2 and V1 are in loop 1 only. So its dual network, these 3 elements are at node 1 only. So this R1 will be replaced by 1 upon R1 at node 1. So I have to draw the dotted line from node number 1 to reference node. In similar way, V1 will be replaced by I1 at node number 1 because it's only in loop 1. And in similar way, 1 upon R2, conductance 1 upon R2 will be appear at node 1 only because it is in loop 1 only. So this is the dotted line from loop 1 and for node 1 in its dual network. Now this R3 is in between loop 1 and loop 2. So its conductance, which is equal to 1 upon R3, will be appear between between node 1 and node 2. On the similar way, resistance R4, so its conductance is 1 upon R4. So dual of R4 is 1 upon R4 and it is appear between node 1 to node 3 because it is in between loop 1 to loop 3. Now this is the capacitor, so its dual is inductor. This capacitor is in between loop 2 to loop 3. So it will be appear between node 2 and node 3 in its dual network. Now this inductor, its dual is capacitor. This inductor is in loop 2 only. So in its dual network, this C will be represented at node 2 to reference node. On the similar way, this R5 is in loop number 3 only. So its dual, that is equal to 1 upon R5, is appear at node 3 only, will be appear at node 3 only. So this is the rough diagram of dual network. Now let us see the original diagram for this particular network. So we have to draw the 3 node number 1, node number 2 and node number 3. So this is the node 1, this is the node 1, this is the node 2 and this is the node number 3. Now at node 1, only at node 1 there are 3 elements, R1, V1 and R2. Its dual is 1 upon R1, I1 and 1 upon R2. So these 3 elements are connected between node 1 to reference node. So 1 upon R1, I1 and 1 upon R2 are appear between node 1 to reference node. So you can see over here 1 upon R1, I1 and 1 upon R2 are appear at node 1 to reference node, node 1 to reference node. Clear? Now this 1 upon R3, this 1 upon R3 and 1 upon R4 are appear between, 1 upon R3 appear between node 1 to node 2, 1 upon R4 is appear between node 1 to node 3. So this 1 upon R3 is appear between node 1 and node 2 and this 1 upon R4 is appear between node 1 and node 3. Clear? So we have covered R1, V1, R2, R3 and R4. Now this inductor, so its dual is capacitor. So this inductor is in loop number 2 only. So its dual C will be appear at node 2 only. So this C is appear between node 2 to reference node. So you can see that this C is appear between node 2 to reference node. Clear? Now this R5, its dual is 1 upon R5. This R5 is in node number 3 only. So its dual, that is equal to 1 upon R5, is appear between node 3 to reference node. So this R5 will be at node 3 to reference. Now last, this capacitor is in between loop number 2 and loop number 3. So its dual is L and it is appear between node 2 and node 3. So you can see over here that this is node number 2, this is node number 3. So between node 2 to node 3, inductor is appear. So by means of this way we can construct the dual network for this particular network, and it is appear like this. So this is the way to construct the dual network of any given element, and for that you have to remember this, conversion that we have shown over here. So you have to remember this conversion, and it is not that much of difficult. Once you can read 1 to 2 times and it will be remember easily. So these are the points for the example of dual network, and this is the rule and the procedure to construct the dual network. So we can easily construct the dual network of any given network. So with this we will conclude our session. Thank you very much. And we have completed our first chapter of network theorem. So from next lecture we will start with the new chapter. So If you like my video, then please like it, share it and subscribe my channel, and you can share this video with your friends also, so they can also learn. So if you have any doubt, any question, you can give your doubt and question in comment section. Thank you very much.